Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a live edition of the 2-Minute Drill with my co-host, Cowboys Fan Talk. This is serious. You know how we do it. We are in cap mode time. What is up, Cowboys Fan Talk?
What's going on, Joe?
What's the word, man? You ready to get this game going?
I actually am excited about this game. And it's more personal reasons this week. It's because I hate San Fran, no matter what's going on with either organization. So even though we're both limping into this game because San Fran got injuries too, I still hate them. So I need us to win this game just for personal reasons.
Yeah, man. This used to be a big rivalry, back in the day, and that rivalry has kind of lost its luster. But still, it's the 49ers. You would like to smash these guys in the face, man. So
I grew up hating them. I can't help it.
Yeah, me too. They were a thorn in the side of the Cowboys during our championship runs. We went toe to toe, and
But
they
still got 5. They stuck in a rut too, even though they've been to a Super Bowl. But we're not gonna start that conversation.
Yeah, we're stuck at 5. And speaking of 5, the Cowboys moved from 5 in the draft to 4 because the Las Vegas Raiders choked it up. Chargers stole that win. So the Cowboys are back at number 4 in the NFL draft. So let's go ahead and kick off this breakdown of this game, Cowboys Fan Talk. What is your take on this game? Who do you like? Any players you want to watch? Any prediction? Anything like that? Go ahead and sound off here for us.
Okay. Thing I'm focusing on this week is the trenches. I know it sound like a broken record, but I'm going with the trenches. I'm watching Neville Gallimore this week and Woods or Hamilton, and basically the reason why I'm focusing on the interior and the edges as well is how we handle this game run wise is important defensively. And to be honest with you, San Fran is, even though they've went through their number of injuries, that's what they predicated on. But they're not just a normal running team. Shanahan is like a mad genius with running. So I want to see what the defense can do, not necessarily scheme-wise, because we know the scheme is broken. I just want to see individual efforts. I really want to see what Neville looks like because it's important for next year. Is he shedding blocks? Is he shooting gaps in a good way? Is he making hay in the middle? I would love to see a Nye, but I don't think they're going to give him any burn. But I just want to see how the edges. I know that D-Law is going to come to play in the run game. I'm not really worried about that. I would hope that the Jalen Smith and LVE show up because this is a game where San Fran is not trying to attack us on the edges. Although we're getting back all that secondary help, this is a game where they're going to be trying to expose us right down the middle, and I got to see how our D-line performs in the trenches this week because it's important just for what you want to attack in the draft. If we just still continue to get pummeled, you start circling areas. We got to focus on this particular position, etc. So that's what I'm focused on, man. Neville Gallimore and just seeing if we can finally get some, because last week wasn't really a challenge. Cincinnati fumbling the ball and they kind of psyched themselves out. I want to see what we could do when the team's coming in and we know they're going to run and what are we going to do?
Yeah, for sure, man. It's a game where you want to see the competition. Where I don't know that we're gonna win this game only because it's Shanahan. He's gonna ram it down our throats with Mostert and that whole committee of running backs. So it's gonna be good. Nick Mullins, I think he's an adequate quarterback. He's subbed in a couple of times over a few seasons and he looked serviceable to me. So we'll see how they
move the ball on us last week. If Allen can move, Nick Mullins can move the ball on us.
Yeah, exactly. That's how everybody's got to look at this. If Allen can move the ball, anybody can. Basically, at this point, you could probably put Danucci over there on that side of the field, and he'll move the ball. It's a sad situation, man. It's just the way it is. And then we get the news that supposedly, Michael Gelkin's reporting that Mike Nolan and some of the staff will not return next year. So my thing is, are these defenders going to be super checked out? And be like, hey, well, this guy's going to be out of here. Who cares? That's what I want to watch. That's what I want to watch in this game.
I would be playing harder because when coaching regimes change, that means coaches' favorites change too. So anybody that's not solidified contract-wise, I would be playing pretty hard because if you're a Mike Nolan guy, even though he's Mike Nolan, he has his guys because everyone has their guys. you're a Mike Nolan guy and you don't have no extensive contract, you might want to play a little hard because you might be going out the door with him.
Yeah, and I don't think it'll be any of the young guys. I'm looking more at like Jordan Lewis, X Woods, Cheeto, these guys that are, like you said, they're going to be on their way out. So you would think they would want to put some good tape out there. So
that's what I mean. Yep.
We'll see what they do. Also, the other player that I'm going to watch in this game, everybody, is the running back Ezekiel Elliott. Supposedly the calf is stiffer now. He's still going to give it a go. Is he going to get 1,000 yards for the season? He's hovering right below it. After this, we got 2 games left. Everybody in the comments, in the chat box, let us know. Will Ezekiel Elliott crack the 1,000-yard mark this season? It's going to be close, I have a feeling.
I'm scared. Yeah. That's sad. Last year, they've been like, of course.
Yeah, right. Any other season, and you're seeing all the data that's coming out, the analytics on Zeke and all of it. Everything's on a downward track. So we'll see, man. I think you got to give him another season.
Let's just go with the hope word this week. Let's hope he gets 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope, man. The middle
I do think it's a good week for Tony Pollard, though.
Tony Pollard should get some good snaps. I think he looked okay last week. I would have liked to see better. I
just like the way he hits the gap.
He hits it. He's got the burst. Zeke doesn't have the burst anymore. He just doesn't. It's like he's got to have the perfect lanes to make a big run.
This is how you know Zeke isn't right. Every short yardage situation lately, where we used to be like, 3rd and 1, that's automatic. As a fan, everyone in here or everyone that watches the games knows when it's 3rd and 1 now, you are 50-50 at best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's sad. That's how you know Zeke has lost it, because 3rd and 1 used to be, I was like, that's money.
Yeah, there's just something going on there.
Yeah,
and it's a crazy thing, but that's definitely one little storyline I want to watch. Obviously no injuries to this late in the season. Like I said, you don't want to get anything crazy because that'll leak into your off season. So hoping for a good game here. I'm interested to see, does Trayvon get on the field? Do some of these guys that are returning get back on the field?
They said McCarthy said they look good.
Yeah.
Like he said they look better than when they were mentioning Zeke. Like when they mention Zeke, they sound real tentative. Like, I mean, he'll play, but he's hindered. When they mention Trayvon and Donovan, they're kind of like they're looking good. Like it's trending towards playing.
This is the classic game where it's either going to go good for the defense or they're going to get super exposed, and Jalen might be the focal point of that defensive meltdown if it happens. Because the Shanahan knows how to attack this defense. I guarantee he's going to go after.
Jalen been jumping in the wrong gap all year.
Yeah,
he don't know what to say out his mouth right now. Like he's on the spotlight too. I know it's at 1 p.m. and it's Dallas, but every Dallas game on the spotlight. He better come to play. He can't better come to play talking about he don't know when we're playing.
Yeah, if you guys missed Jalen Smith's press conference yesterday, go watch that. His answers were not, and even for me, I'm one of his biggest advocates. That team, the Irish is my college team, and I just like some of the stuff that was coming out of his mouth yesterday. I was just like, what the hell? What's going on here?
He has Dallas-itis, man. His eyes are just this. It's all about the star. He's starstruck. Yeah. Let's call it that. He's starstruck. Starstruck
on his own team. It's crazy, man. But yeah, that's what we have on this game. Let's go ahead and look at the draft prospects that we're going to take a look at this week. Cowboys Fan Talk, who do you have this week for your prospect?
Okay. I want you guys to go ahead and look up a gentleman named Paris Ford, safety out of Pittsburgh. And I'll tell you why I've been looking into Paris Ford. Paris Ford is a momentum stealer. They say he can flip momentum any game. He has literally, if you look up articles on him, they say he has the highest motor in college football. That's good to hear because we need some gentlemen with high motors on our defense. His attributes are he's a very hard hitter. He's like 190. I think he's 6 foot. 196 foot, and he has 4.4 speed. So they say he's sideline to sideline. He is a top 100 prospect, according to CBS, and I think that he'd be a welcome addition. I know we all have fallen in love with Donovan Wilson because he's a physical safety. I wouldn't mind having two safeties back there that don't mind to get physical, because it's important. You heard Darren Woodson come out and say that it looks like we're playing flag football out there, and that's just an indication that people don't want to hit right now. And that's one of the things. I just need somebody that got that mental, like, it should be default. You're a football player. You're making millions.
Is he a dog?
Yeah, and by all intents and purposes, they're saying that he's a dog, and that's what I want. So if we don't go safety early, he might be sitting right there for us.
Yeah, man, a great pickup, guys. Go check him out. I'm gonna go study up more on him. That's part of why I love doing these 2-minute drills with Cowboys Fan Talk, where we bounce off prospects off each other, and for you guys too. So go check him out. We definitely need safety, and this is something that you and I kind of talked about offline. Was you really can't wait long anymore for this safety position. He needs to be an early pick, first 3 rounds somewhere. We can't.
That's what I mean. Yeah, don't play with it.
Oh yeah, you can, man. We'll see what they do.
That's another story. What Jerry and them do is just another story.
Yeah, it is another story. For me, I'm going to a defensive line this week, and I'm taking a look at Christian Barmore out of Alabama. Defensive
tackle.
Monstrous.
He just looked monstrous from here.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal player. He's a redshirt sophomore, so I don't think he's said that he's going to come on the draft yet. I could be wrong, guys. Let me know if he has indicated if he's going into the draft or not. But if he is, he's a hell of a prospect. He's an Alabama guy. We talk about these factories. Alabama defensive line, defense, you can't go wrong, So Christian Barmore, 6'5", 311 pounds. He's got 6 sacks on the season already right now through a couple of games. So through 10 games, right? Or somewhere like that right now. So great season by him so far. He's proven that he can take this leadership role. These guys just keep churning out defensive tackles into the NFL, and he's a big man. He can play your one tech, your nose tackle, but he'll bring the pressure. We talked about Marvin Wilson last week, and he's a really good player as well. But for me, Barmore, he'll bring that sack pressure ability. So defensive tackle is
more of a
true. Yeah, he's a true. Brian Broaddus calls him a trash can, right? These guys that are you can't move them. Yeah, so that's Marvin Wilson. I like him, but Christian Barmore, I love him too. He's being indicated anywhere between late first to the 3rd round, so we'll see where he lands.
We want to go with him early.
Yeah, he's another one. So Cowboys will have all kinds of options where they're drafting. And hopefully we're able to pick up some more picks and have some more in the top 100. But guys, go check out Christian Barmore out of Alabama if you haven't already. He's a hell of a prospect and something that the Cowboys need. You can't settle with Tristan Hill. You can't settle with a Nobel Gallimore. I mean, these are young guys, but you don't want to stop the upgrades there. You know what I mean?
That's our problem. We settle. We're like, oh, we're set.
Yeah. And McCoy, I wouldn't even count on McCoy. That he had the quad injury. If they want to bring him on a cheap or whatever, but still, you need to address it. And this 49ers game is going to be a big thing because if we get gashed again and the linebackers are getting blown up again, that defensive tackle position is going to have to move up, man.
It's tackle safety. Like, I hate to say that it's those two positions because when you watch Dallas this year, you're probably like, it's a lot more holes than you mentioning. But to be honest with you, I don't think we're going high in receiver. We're set. Tight end, we're extremely set. Our O-line is as much as it is in shambles. It's hard to think that we can sustain this many injuries again. Hopefully not. Knock on wood. But the O-line, most of them will be coming back. So we're not going high in tackle, I don't think. Unless we can get Sewell, then you just make business decisions. But, with that, or the other tackle that you mentioned, I would go with him too. But I think it's going to be D-tackle safety on the defense. Look, as much as I think they would go Micah Parsons, I don't think that he would be coming to Dallas. So if it's not Minka, we're not going and we would go corner if we can get Surtain. But other than that, I think that you start shifting your focus. If we say, for instance, we win a couple games and fall a little bit down the draft order, you start thinking, okay, what's best D tackle, what's best safety available? if we're higher in the draft, like where we are now, like if nothing moves, yeah, then you probably go Surtain. I'm almost positive. But if we fall, D tackle or safety.
I'm right there with you. And I spoke about the same position on the Frisco report. It's safety and defensive tackle. You got to shore up that defensive line. You know what I mean? You can't keep ignoring it with late round picks, hoping and crossing your fingers it's going to be something. They got to get away from it. They need to invest on defensive
Who's
line.
in front of us? Who's in front of us with the draft right now? Jets, Jags, and who?
Let's take a look at Tankathon, baby. Let's take a look here, guys. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek here and see if we can. Let's see if we can share that out here. Let's see if it's this. Hopefully, this doesn't crash. This. Okay, here we go. So we're looking at the draft, right? This is.
We won't get sued.
Yeah, we're at 4. Cincinnati, Carolina, Atlanta.
Sewell will definitely. Carolina just took a tackle.
Houston, Philly. I don't know if Philly wins another game. I mean,
if Cincy stays right where they are, they're taking Sewell, so he's out.
Yeah.
And if Carolina jumps us, they'll take Surtain, so he'll be out.
There's a lot of teams below us that might want to deal with us. At 4, I think, is a really good spot, man, to be at. And if that's where we end up, because Carolina, you got Bridgewater, Atlanta, they need something.
You know what? Take that back. Carolina will probably take a quarterback. Sorry, Bridgewater. Once you get that high, you got to consider it.
Yeah, and that's Bridgewater. As much as I like Bridgewater, I loved him coming out of Louisville. But man, I think he's kind of where he's at.
Atlanta might take a quarterback because they came out and said it.
Yeah, Atlanta might take one. Detroit might be in the market. San Francisco might be in the market. Denver, I don't know if they're sold on lock.
I'm just looking at Cincinnati because I know they'll take Penei Sewell and piss me off. So
there's a lot of teams that are going to be in the quarterback market, man. I'm telling you,
that's why I'm thinking. I'm like, Sewell could slip to us if Cincinnati can win 2 games.
Yeah, and I don't know if they can, man. I think
looking at our record, I got Dallas finishing. It's like I said earlier this year, somewhere between 6 and 12.
6 games or
6 and 12 draft order. I think we will win 1 or 2 more games accidentally.
Yeah, accidentally is right. That's the word, man. That's the word, man. Shout out to everybody that has joined us here. We don't go live too often for these, but man, it's good to see everybody out here. The Lunatic, see you out there. Mark, see you out there. See a lot of the usual guys. Pat 1984, appreciate you, man. Ready Red, Joey Coco 99. We see all you guys, man. We do appreciate all you guys.
Yes,
but that's going to be it for today's show. Just a quick little preview of the game, who to look for, and our draft prospect. Hope you guys enjoyed those 2 guys that we talked about.
Yeah,
and go check them out. Make sure you guys hit like on your way out. I really do appreciate that. Go hit the community tab on my channel. I do have a 50% off merch, XMess50. If you want to go check some of that out,
check that out.
Yeah, go hit that up, man. Cowboys Fan Talk. Let everybody know where they can find you if they haven't already, man.
Hey, listen, you can find me on of course on YouTube, Cowboys Fan Talk. On Twitter, it's Cowboys_Fan Talk. If you're watching, of course, you can see it right below because Joe made it real easy for you to find me. Like I said, still making my niche. I haven't been in the game too long, still under 6 months. That'll be ending soon. And look, I'm just trying to be honest with y'all about this Cowboys team. I'm very passionate about it, but I'm also not going to come on here and lie to you because that's not going to get us nowhere.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. You know how we roll here, man. That's why I have these guys that I really like, man. We come with no sugarcoating allowed here.
Gotta keep it funky.
Keep it funky like Cowboys Fan Talk, Mr. Rome says, man. But that's it, guys. We do appreciate you guys very much, man. I hope you guys enjoy the weekend. We're coming up on the holidays, and we'll be back for the next preview next week. But that's all we have now, guys. Hit like on the way out, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace, everybody.
All right.